Hello students and namaste everyone. I am Dhaval sir and our today's topic is from your standard ninth literature part, that is Beehive, chapter number 9, The Bond of Love by Kenneth Anderson. Okay, so first of all we'll do one thing. I'll give you the introduction of this chapter, then I'll give you the summary, and then later on in the other part or the other lecture, there is a second lecture, I'll explain you the chapter, that is line by line in detail. Okay, so first of all I'll give you the introduction, that is this story, that is the bond of love, highlights the emotion between the human beings and the animals, right? In this chapter, the narrator's wife, okay, shares affection, that means she shares her affection with a wild bear, okay, and they get uh, so much attached to each other that uh, the which shows that the animals, they have feelings, and that is the feelings is not only from one side, that is from both the side. How much love and affection the author's wife saw towards the bear, even in the same way, uh, even equivalent or more than that affection or feeling was shown by the bear also. Okay, so this shows the love and warmth, love with warmth and affection between the bear and the narrator's wife. Okay, so in this story, the narrator, that is Kenneth Anderson, uh, says that once, uh, by an accident, okay, he got a baby bear, and he presented it to his wife, okay, and she named her Bruno, and treated the bear like her own baby, okay, and the bear was fed means feeding, so bear was fed with milk, with a bottle. Okay, usually the small children, they are fed with the bottle. So in the same way, this baby bear was also fed milk with the bottle, and later it started eating different food items. Okay, and as and when it started growing, this bear, it's enjoyed eating and drinking everything and anything. That means whatever was given to the bear, it used to eat anything. Okay, and Bruno was attached to the narrator's wife, then even to everyone, including their tenant. Tenant means bhaduad. If I am having a big house, I'll give my rooms to the other person to live for some period of time in exchange or return for rent, and the person who is paying the rent is known as the tenant. Okay, so even their tenants children, they also got very much attached to the bear, and as well as the writer had pet Alsatian dogs, so even they also got too much attached to this bear. Okay, and this bear would play around the house and even sleep on their bed also, right? So this way the bear used to play around. Then one day, accidentally, this bear ate a poison, and the name of the poison was barium carbonate, which was actually kept in a library room to kill the mice and the rats. Okay, but Bruno ate it, and it got paralyzed, and it was taken to the veterinary doctor, the doctor for animals. Okay, and he was injected twice. The doctor gave two times the injections, and finally uh, it was saved or revived. Okay, so finally it could be, that is the bear could be saved, okay, from getting died. And after a while, the Bruno became absolutely normal, and it started eating, means in its normal way. Okay, then Another one incident happened in which the Bruno, that is the bear, drank a gallon of old engine oil. There is a lot of engine oil which the narrator had kept, okay, to fight a termite attack. Termite, usually you might have seen a white color small insect is there in large number, and which usually eats away the furniture or the wooden things, okay. So the writer had actually kept that engine oil, to fight against those termite. Okay, but this time when it consumed the engine oil, it did not have any kind of ill effects. Okay, the Bruno was absolutely fine. Okay, and as days passed by, Bruno grew bigger and bigger, but it always remained sweet and playful. Right? It was always very playful, and the owner's wife, that is the writer's wife, author's wife, enjoyed the Bruno's company a lot. Okay, and later on, the author's wife changed this bear, bear's name from Bruno to Baba. Okay, so Baba is actually a Hindustani word. Okay, for a small boy, and later on he had learned a few tricks too. Tricks means many a times we have seen the person bringing the animal or the bear, and they do different kinds of activity which is known as tricks, like jumping, rolling down, okay, such kind of things. So when the Baba was told or informed to wrestle or box, then he would tackle and overpower the other person. That means the person who is in front of Baba, immediately it would start fighting, means it will take its position. Okay, actually it will not fight or injure or harm the other person, but it will take the position. Okay, and when it was ordered Baba hold the gun, right, then he would point a stick. Stick means lakdi. So he will point out the stick at the person. Okay, when he was told or informed to hold the gun. Okay, and when this bear, whose name was Baba, was asked, where is the baby? Baby means a small baby, that is a baby boy or a baby girl. He would take out the piece of wood, okay, and would cradle it affectionately, like a baby. Cradle it affectionately means what, right? It would do like this, taking the piece of wood in its hand. Okay, and as he was big now, he had to be chained. Chained means a chain was attached to the bear, because it was believed that he could harm the tenant's children who were still young enough. Okay, and as it started growing very big, the narrator, his son, and their friends advised the narrator's wife to send Baba, that is the bear, to a zoo, as he was too big to be kept at home. Okay, so she gave in. Okay, so she also decided, and finally, after taking the consent from the zoo in charge, uh, they packed Baba in a cage and sent him to the zoo at Mysore. Okay, so later on, everyone missed him, but everyone were relieved. Okay, they were relaxed, as it was not comfortable, because they were always in a worry, because it had grown too much. Okay, so they were always worried that it might hurt other people or even the children. So they were relieved, and they were relaxed that now they can live comfortably, okay, at their home. And at the same time, the narrator's wife, right, who had a lot of attachment towards Baba, okay, she had extremely uh, felt sad, and she kept on missing Baba. Okay, so which was a very sad thing. She kept on crying and weeping, and she always worried about him. Okay. And along with that, she always used to write letters to the zoo in charge to ask about Baba's well-being. That means whether the bear is uh, in good of in its good health or not, whether it is eating food properly, whether it is sleeping on time. Okay. And in return, the zoo in charge replied that Baba was fine, but did not eat properly, and remained sad, much like her. That means she also remained sad always, and at the same time, even the bear also remained sad always. Okay. She would ask her friends. That means whenever any person or any of their friends group they visited Mysore, she would ask them to visit the zoo. Okay. And have a look at Baba. Okay. So everyone who visited the zoo said or informed her that he was sad and appeared thin. That means it had become very thin. And after 3 months had passed, okay, the narrator's wife convinced narrator to take her to meet Baba. So she told her husband that anyhow I want to go to meet Baba. Okay. So uh, as she convinced her husband, she was taken to the zoo in Mysore, and at that time, everyone had predicted that the Baba would not recognize her, but even she had not reached the cage in the zoo when Baba recognized her, right? Before she had reached near the cage, Baba recognized her, and he stood on his two paws and was delighted to see her, right? The bear was very happy to see the author's wife. Okay. And she patted, that means she did like this patting. Okay. She patted Baba and fed him with his favorite food. Okay. And she spent 3 hours, okay, there in the zoo until the visiting hours got ended, and she had to leave Baba uh, in the teary eyes. That means while leaving away the Baba from the zoo, means she had to leave away the zoo and go back to her home. At that time she cried a lot, right? Because she was not able to depart with the bear. Okay. And so therefore she requested the zoo in charge to allow them to take Baba back at their home. Okay. And for which they had to take the permission, right? If they wanted to take back their bear, that is Baba, back home, they had to take the permission, because now it was the property of the government, right? So they had to take the permission of the superintendent. Okay. And the superintendent was in Bangalore. Okay. So as they got the permission to take back Baba home, right? So now again Baba was put in a cage, and the cage was kept on the top of the author's car, and Baba was brought back home. Okay. Then, when Baba reached home, for Baba, they got a special island made. Right? They made a special arrangement for Baba to live. So, what did they do? They made a special island for Baba to live in. Okay. So, it was surrounded by a dry pit. Okay. Deep dry pit. Pit means khadda. So low-lying area was created. Okay. And Baba was provided with his belongings, that is different things, and a box to sleep. A separate box in the form of a house was prepared for Baba to sleep in. uh, then straws were provided to keep Baba warm. Straws means actually dry grass, which is used in the form of a fodder, suka ghas. Okay. Then Baba's stick, that is lakdi, stick and a piece of wood to play with. right? So this bear used to play with the stick and a wood, so it was also provided to him uh, at the island. Okay. And the narrator's wife, who loved Baba very much, visited Baba on the island uh, by swinging a rope tied to a mango tree. So they had made an arrangement to reach the island from their home, means their home, and in the yard itself they had made an island. Okay. So this way the writer or the author's wife reached the bear, that is Baba, and she would make the uh, big bear, that is Baba, sit uh, in her lap for hours and would pet him affectionately. Petting, right? To touch affectionately with feelings. Okay. And this way the chapter gets over, and that is the end of the story. So I'll do one thing, I'll also end my lecture over here. Okay. So in this lecture I've given you the introduction as well as the summary of this chapter, and in the next lecture we'll go line by line, read each and every word, and we'll try to understand the chapter in detail. Okay. So till then, I thank you everyone for watching my video.